Shalom. I want to give all praise to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai Bashim Rakah HaKadosh. I want to talk about semen retention, basically. A lot of brothers, including myself, well, I'm not going to say a lot of brothers. Myself, I struggle with this. This is a hard journey because, making excuses of what you're doing, basically, as far as like watching pornography and busting nuts and everything, that's just an excuse for you to keep doing it. Like, I can sit up here and say until I'm blue in the face that, the Most High, I'm a filthy rag. The Most High is going to forgive me. Nah, the scriptures talks about sexual discipline in a way. Now, it might not say sexual discipline, but it does require you to be sexual discipline. Paul's letters does not require you to be a whoremonger. Paul wrote the letters, yes, for the people to get an understanding, but also to change. Because if I'm in Corinthians and I'm saying to the church of Corinth, basically the church of Corinth, 1 Corinthians, okay? If I'm saying to the church of Corinth, and I'm gonna just use 1 Corinthians 6. Matter of fact, I'm gonna use 1 Corinthians 7. This is just hypothetical, I'm just using it, okay? It says, now concerning the things whereof ye wrote unto me, it is good for a man not to touch a woman. Nevertheless, to avoid fornication, let every man have his own wife, and let every woman have her own husband. Now, understand the word fornication. I'm not dealing with every man have it. I'm not dealing with that part. Don't nitpick. Let's just deal with the word fornication, because we can find the word fornication in here, and it all goes back to porneia. You see what I'm saying? But it's several definitions. Now, like I said, this is just for edification. I'm not telling brothers and sisters what to do. I'm just telling you what I'm going through, just to help, because we all battle with porn. Like, I watch pornography. Yes, I do. Okay. I like pussy. Okay. I watch pornography, but it's weird to, watch people get it on. Like, that's weird. You know what I'm saying? And I'm putting my head on the chopping block. Just like, they chopped off John the Baptist's head. I got to put my head on the chopping block. You know what I'm saying? And this is a way just to get over it. Like we keep this stuff inside. Like, I struggle with pornography. Okay. Every brothers and sisters struggle with this shit, but I don't believe in just like the weak shit. Just let it just pass over, or take it as, everybody. Because people use this excuse like everybody got their own like niche or their own sins that they got to get over and shit. It's like, just get over it. I'm coming from the point just get over it. Be stronger. You see what I'm saying? And understand, I had gone on retention before just fine. And I got to the stage, a level where, the succubus and everything, I gave back into it. But now I'm not telling people to be disencouraged. No man to be disencouraged and everything, because this is what men go through. You know what I'm saying? And I'm also not forcing people to be on semen retention either. So don't come with me with arguments of no way, no how at all, because I'm not doing that in any. But I am going to speak. You see what I'm saying? I'm not going to shut my mouth and just act like this is not a problem. Because everybody wants, because you watch videos and this just makes sense to me. The semen retention just makes sense. It just makes total sense and everything. Now, you might have people that disagree, which is fine, but it makes sense. And we all know that that pressure bursts pipes, but you got to understand that pressure is actually good for you too. And if you can handle it, you can handle it. But you know what I'm saying? But I make excuses, and not only me, I'm putting myself on a chopping block, but yes, we all make excuses to why I'm going to fall back in. That's weak. That's weak. It's just like a fiend getting off of dope or whatever and going back to the shit that he or she was used to. Of anybody. I'm not just picking on people. Just anybody. But the Most High gave you enough strength to fight off those demons. It's a fight whether you know it or not. It's like watching pornography is like blinding yourself for what's actually going to. It's like, oh, it's an escape. No, it's not an escape. The Most High got something for your ass too. You watching it. Yes, the people participating in this shit, if they don't repent, they gonna do if they don't repent, the Most High got a place for them. And what about you though? Put yourself on the chopping block, because I can judge everybody, point fingers at every single person. If I'm doing wrong, a little bit of wrong. You see what I'm saying? And it's not to be over righteous, it's to get on board, man. And it's not to be overtly militant too, for all you militant heads out there. It's not to be overtly militant, but you have to start somewhere. Discipline starts somewhere. And you can't judge, and it's also stupid for me. Before I got to continue this, before I judge anybody, and I'm not saying I want to go out there and just condemn people. That is that is so low vibrational. You supposed to judge yourself. Yes, get the mote and beam out your damn eye, and you gonna use judgment automatically. But if you ain't helping people, bring them out the fire, shut the fuck up. And I mean that in all seriousness. Like seriously, Jake gotta shut the fuck up. Shut SHUTTHEFUCKUP. Okay, please just do that and examine your damn self. Cause I don't get on this motherfucker to judge. I literally, we have to examine ourselves and go back to the scriptures. Cause there's spirits out there. Seriously, and this happens. It happens to me all the freaking time. But I know what it is. It's not. It's called lack of self-discipline. Lack. Yes, you're supposed to be perfect in your self-discipline. That's level damn 1. But it's hard for brothers because they never had those experiences. Some brothers never had those experiences with the opposite sex. And if they did, they was classed as weirdos or some shit like that. Other brothers have had experience with the opposite sex, and some brothers out here smashing 3 or 4 like women in they past and everything, and then they get on the retention. Whatever your walk of life is, you can not only get on retention, you can live a full life of following Yahweh Shem Shai the way he wants you to. Okay, but I'm not wearing no garment and still jacking off. That's retarded to me. That's making excuses. And I'm saying this for anybody to help. Real talk. Because I'm tired of this red pill blue. I'm tired of blaming women for my problems. I'm tired of blaming men for my problems. I'm tired of all, and going to women and men for advice. I'm tired of advice, dating coaches. I'm tired of all this shit. And it's just simple. Even when I heard about the retention, it was simple, but detouring. Because I'm caught up in the red pill, blue pill, 1 fish, 2 fish community. That shit is more retarded. Talking about woman nature. But but the one thing I understood, once you draw back, and this just came to me natural, once you draw back, because I've been on retention and everything, even when I've been on retention. But once you draw back and shit, it's just push away and everything, it's clear. It's clear. It's clear, man. It's especially being in my position, like you don't have to go to these dating coaches. Most of them want money out of you and want to control your narrative of your way of life. Oh, and they come with the high value. This shit got to go. You got to go back to normal. Okay, take care of your responsibilities, brothers and sisters. That's it. That's all. But now you got this whole interactive uproar, and it starts from. It's like I'm sick of hearing this because it's low vibration. All this shit is low vibrational, but it's not low vibrational. So let's go to fornication. It says illicit sexual act. Now we'll argue against is like, well, watching pornography is, well, the scripture says don't watch pornography, and it was going on back at that time. That's called Bacchus worship. You shouldn't have Bacchus worship. You shouldn't be in that spirit at all. Cut that shit out. And I'm talking about anybody who's down in that. Cut that shit out. But then it goes into the adultery, fornication, homosexuality, lesbianism, and of course with animals. You shouldn't do none of that shit. Okay? Cut that shit out. And don't point the fingers. I'm telling everybody. I'm not pointing, and whoever don't want to cut it out, like, stay in your, man, because I'm not coming from a place of malice or judgment. I am literally saying what I'm going through. So, and I'm reading the definition. So don't make up your own argument in your head. Just go with what I'm reading with and read it for yourself. And this is in 1 Corinthians 7. I'm not trying to preach no doctrine. Actually trying to help. Put yourself on the chopping block, Elijah. You got to. Sexual intercourse with close relatives. Now, read Leviticus 18 to know what that means. Okay? Go to the law. But let's deal with the pornography because we have to deal with this specifically. That is damaging your damn mind. Literally, it is. And understand, there's different ways of releasing and everything. Some brothers are addicted to pornography. I'm one of them. You're addicted to porn. You're addicted to the image and everything. And I'm telling brothers and sisters, like, in the future, who's on the retention, don't fall back into the addiction. Just go. If you strong, if you like a year in, go. Because I've heard testimonies, and which discouraged me, which being weak, discouraged, like, some people say, well, I got blue ball, it hurts, some brothers say they thing didn't work and everything, but I'm tripping. I'm like, what the fuck that got to do with me? Like, my whole thing is like this. You have to know that the levels that you play at, or not even play, you have to know the level that you own so you can build and everything. you know. And I've experienced pain in all this on semen, just a little bit. I've experienced pain, but I'm making the videos like that's okay though. And I've been saying this, and I follow different brothers who talk about this and everything. Okay, there's nothing wrong with talking about this. Everybody want to keep you an addict or something, but never want to help you get the fuck out. That's my fucking problem. Keep them an addict. Keep them on porn. Tell them it's hard. It's not hard, actually. It's difficult talking to people when you're trying to find a resolution from your or solution for your problems. And this is go and understand. This go to when we pick on females too. Some of them don't take accountability. And Eve, she doesn't like to take accountability. And I'm not making a video of picking on Eve, and I'm not making a video of pandering to Eve. I'm tired of all the narratives of picking on people and pandering to motherfuckers. I'm tired of talking about Eve. This video is not Eve. I like black women. I've been like black women, okay? Black women, it was not very a problem. All black women did not disrespect me or diss me, okay? That's low vibrational within itself. There's been black women who've chosen me that I didn't want. For why? Because other motherfuckers, haters, backbiters, all this shit. That's the biggest problem. Nobody wants to see you happy. Everybody wants to see you miserable because they asses is miserable. And then you got motherfuckers like me. It's like, well, you know what? I'm protecting my happiness. So, nope, just go with the motherfuckers who want to player hate, who backbite. The biggest motherfuckers in the world is player haters. Motherfuckers who backbite. Motherfuckers who want to see you damaged for no particular reason. Talk behind your back, commit adultery or have adultery shit in their mind, want to see you crumble and shit. Want to see you fail. Don't never want to get off their ass and do shit. Seriously. And when you do a little bit of something and everything, here comes the bad attitudes and shit. And this is what you hit with. I put down the weed. I haven't put down the liquor. But first of all, the scripture never says alcohol is a sin. But I was watching Mark the Messenger, and he made a good point. When you feeding your spirit, you can't feed your flesh. That's a good point. That's a well-known good point. That is so true. You can't feed your flesh. And this is why, brothers and sisters, if you got that leverage where you don't have to be around sin and shit, and you can live comfortably without being, you use that to your advantage. Stay away from sinners and sin. Because sin is going to bring you back. And that's to anybody. I don't give a damn if that's judgment. I don't care. If you have a right to live in filth, I have the right to not live with you in filth. That's my right as a human being. But we have gotten so far gone that we won't even call that common sense because people do not want to change. And me, I'm coming from points of, I have to stop forcing things on people to change, first forcing advice and everything, but also protect my own self and growing my own device that I'm collecting. You know what I'm saying? It's just like playing the game Zelda. Yes, I play Zelda, okay? I'm not practicing witchcraft when I say this. I'm using an example, okay? Just like when you play those adventure games and shit, let's not even use Zelda because people gonna nitpick at that shit. Because people say, you play Zelda, you practice it with, no. Okay, let's just use old school adventure games that you used to play as a child. I used to play as a child, okay? Whether it was Zelda, Crash Bandicoot, Mario, whatever. You collect little things, you collect things on the way. It's like collecting information on your journey. That's how I look at it. Now, so if there's wrong information, there's right information. The Bible is the right information. Point blank, period. Okay? The internet gives you things to help you along the way your journey, but the Bible, the internet is like the little, what's that? It's like the little crumbs that you will need, you know what I'm saying, to help you on your spiritual journey. But if it's not helping you on your spiritual journey, throw those crumbs away. Don't even pick up those crumbs, okay? But the Bible is a real, true message. The Bible is a real, true cheat code. Paul gives in examples, beautiful examples. And you got to get in that spirit to understand this is all just a test, okay? But you have to be strong. You can't be saying it's a test. You have to be strong, okay? Illicit sexual intercourse. Unlawful sexual intercourse. Okay, and it says intercourse with your partner. So you're entering the course. But I'm putting myself on the top because I'm not having sexual intercourse with nobody. Like I don't have a female over here fucking her all day. I'm not smashing women and women. That sounds cool. And that's even sin within itself. But I'm saying that sounds fleshly for sure. What man wanted, a man in the world, what man want to enjoy knocking down doonies? That's just normal. But it's also fleshy and it's also sin because you ain't supposed to do it in that type of way, in an illicit way, which means in an unlawful way. And this is to anybody, homosexuals. You ain't supposed to be fucking each other in the ass and doing all type of that bullshit. And lesbians, yes, let's keep it real, okay? And of course with animals, adultery, you're not supposed to commit adultery. So all that. It's unlawful. Now, I'm not picking out moats and shit. I'm just saying what I'm saying, okay? This is real. Even jacking off to watching a couple fuck on, or whoever, fuck on camera. That is weird within itself too, okay? Yes, it's weird as fuck. You want to get your rocks off. Even watching it's weird. Yes, it feels, you getting off the images. It don't even feel good. You feel like shit. And I've had succubus come into my dreams. Okay, for sure, like that's not even nothing to play with. That's like real. That's real shit. That's real shit. And when I heard about the succubus, I was like, what the fuck? I was not scared. It's like, what the fuck? I was like awoken, like, damn, this shit is real. That's why I can't get off the fucking. It's like what you call like an addict trying to get off the damn needle or the pipe or some shit. You see what I'm saying? Because those spirits hold you in, and it's all spiritual warfare. But you have to fight though. It's no excuse. And for whoever want to take this video and use it to your advantage, as far as like get off the shit, use it, because I respect it. I respect men and women on a journey and everything. I respect it, especially on your journey for God. Yes, my hat's off. I'm not a hater. I be mad as shit sometimes at my fucking self, but I'm not a hater, man. I don't hate. And even if I, or as far as like, man, it's nothing personal. Like, even if I do be down and shit, it's nothing personal against somebody. It's like, you lost, but you got to get back up. You feel like you lost in the spirit, but you got to get back up though. You can't give up. You see what I'm saying? Sexual intercourse with a divorced man or woman. This goes back to Mark 10. The Brother K Camp brought this out. And the reason why I keep going back to brothers, because they bringing this out, okay? The worship of idols, that's also, illicit, that's also fornication. And the worship of idols, you're jacking off to images, you're idol worshiping, metaphorically. Idol worshiping. Whether it's metaphorically or not, it's still idol worshiping. Wayne hit you with the metaphor. He still hits you with some devil shit, though. Jay-Z hit you with the evil metaphor, but he still hit you with some devil shit, though. I'm using that for an example. Whether it's metaphor or not, it's still, you're saying that you literally do this. It's like right in your face. Like, you're not saying that you don't. You're not even covering up. You're saying yes. You're proudly saying this. And I'm talking about in rap music, because they hit you with metaphors and they're proudly doing this. You see what I'm saying? They're not hiding what the fuck they don't know. So metaphorically, okay, the worship of idols. That means you're worshiping idols. Of defilement of idolatry, as incurred by eating the sacrifice offered to idols. Eating the sacrifice. Now, eating can be spiritual too, as well as physical. You do know that, right? And when I'm saying eating, don't think of it like you're munching with your mouth all the time, okay? Please. Eating can be I'm gonna use a righteous way of eating too, okay? So when you're reading the Bible and you're eating. When somebody's speaking, you're eating the scriptures. Yahweh Shai say he'll sup with you. That's a spiritual eating, okay? Spiritually. Now let's deal with what this is talking about, of defilement of idolatry, as incurred by eating the sacrifice offered to idols. Now, yes, they was eating sacrifices on birthdays and everything in the New Testament. Yes, they deal with that. Paul deal with all that, the Easter, all that pagan stuff. Also, feeding. You're feeding your flesh when you watch, and I'm gonna use it for pornography. You're feeding, you're eating up that what you're watching. As far as like this, you're saying it's okay to just sit here and just play with your dick and bust nuts. That's eating up that, and spiritually, okay. For you guys, you're eating up that. Meaning you're accepting that. That is low fucking vibration. And this dealing with brothers and sisters who's going through this and everything, and and brothers who's getting ridiculed and feeling like they're weird or some shit like that. Don't feel like that, because I feel like it's like you have to understand you're dealing with problems with yourself. You know what I'm saying? You're dealing with problems mentally and everything. And I'm telling get off. Like, stop. Like, stop doing that. When I say get off, like, stop doing the bullshit. Stop watching the pornography. And I'm talking to myself too, and helping, because I use too many excuses and shit. But it's like, you're foot with the world, because as a man, I want to love, okay? I do love women. I want to find a relationship, okay, with a woman. I want to have children. But that doesn't make sense if I'm not in discipline, first of all, mentally, physically, spiritually. That doesn't make sense if I don't walk fully with God and I keep making excuses. That doesn't make no damn sense. And one of the things is, even, and this is just common sense. You must be clean. Clean yourself. Clean not only your body. Clean your room. Clean up. They used to sing a song, clean up, everybody, everywhere, clean up, everybody do your share. Okay, that's a childish song, but I grew up in the 90s. I was a child when they sang that, okay? So you got to understand, just use that as common sense. Just clean up, everybody, everywhere. Be fresh, okay? One song I like is So Fresh and So Clean by Outkast. Oh, there you go with the rappers. Nah, bro, I like that song So Fresh and So Clean because I understand what they're talking about in the song. And, Andre 3000, Big Boy, they got their own lyrics, but I'm looking at So Fresh and So Clean as far as like, yeah, I'm fresh and I'm clean as far as like, I'm just freshen up and I'm clean, okay? There's nothing wrong with a man to groom himself, to be groomed. Women like men that are groomed. I'm not about to sugarcoat that shit. Women like handsome men. They like beautiful men. They like men with glow. Just like men like women with their glow. We like sexy, beautiful women. That's our thing, okay? Don't come to me with that paranoid big button smile, Belle Biv DeVoe. I don't care about that shit anymore. I'm sick of that Generation X. Don't trust the big button smile. Every woman with a big ass is not out here to get you. First of all, the Most High God. Why come you guys can't understand? The reason why black people suffer is because of idiocracy, first of all. And you willfully accept the idiot shit that we do, but y'all won't accept the righteousness. There's nothing wicked about a woman with a body shape. There's nothing wrong with that, actually. The Most High never said this woman is a sinner. Nowhere in the Bible are you going to say this woman is a sinner because she. No. Now, can some women use their body to tempt men? Yes, they can. Yes, they can. And they're doing it. And they're winning. If you give into it, you're winning and shit. But also, those women are going to be judged too, in my opinion, just like the man. You're tempting people. You see what I'm saying? But man, we have to. Well, I'm putting myself in the chopping block. Stop, use your eyes to go somewhere else. It's not nobody's total fault that you sitting on the internet all fucking day looking at images and shit. And I'm not saying I look at porn all day. I do be on social media and shit, trying to be on podcasts as righteous, trying to listen to some righteous stuff while I'm studying everything. But everything is just all pandering and all this stuff. It's like, I'm better than you. Ha ha, come folk. It's especially men, what they do, because they know that women like knowledge. So what men to do is they'll feed knowledge to women, insecure women or low vibrational women, not to just really fuck with them, but just use them for their money and use them for their time and everything. Because first of all, the Bible never says that a woman supposed to go to any other man but her husband. So once you get yourself in check, understand, because it's brothers and sisters in pro-black and all this shit with different ideologies that'll fool you if you don't pay attention. And that's why it takes a certain man to walk with God. Because a certain man who walks with God, God gives him everything when he obeys and everything, especially a godly woman. And that godly woman, because everything is not Hosea, everything is not a prostitute, everything is not a woman stabbing you in the back and leaving you. Nope, that's paranoia, like a motherfucker. Okay, the Most High will give you a godly woman that'll rock with you. He will give you a woman that'll rock with you for sure. And she'll be attached to you like a mug, but she ain't gonna have no foolishness. So if you willing to do some foolishness, then don't even go get with her, because you keep destroying the daughters of Sarah, you're gonna get fucked up too. Because every woman is not a whore. Eve is, yes. There's two specific type of Israelite women: the Eves and the daughter of Sarah. You can't say Eve is like the daughter of Sarah. Stop that bullshit. And every black woman is not the daughter is not Eve. Stop that bullshit too. Because that's getting on my fucking nerves. That getting on my damn nerves. I've been paying attention and shit. And stop saying brothers are soft and simple. We don't know women nature. I've been knowing women nature and shit. And sometimes you have to be humble and shit. I understand this perfectly. I've been calling this out, but also taking the mote out of my eyes. Because what's your nature, Elijah? What's your intentions, Elijah? I want to knock down Doonies. I want to make love to my woman. You see what I'm saying? I never had a woman. I'm a virgin. As far as what the scripture says, that I never broke a woman's hymen. I never felt vagina. Okay, whatever. I'm a virgin. Never had sex. Okay. And that's all right. That's but you have to. But just because I never had sex, okay, that doesn't mean it gives me a right to just jack off every day. Okay? Just jack off. That's just weird. In my opinion and shit. Now understand, brothers get addicted and everything because you feel lonely. And also this comes from it being insecure. You see him about yourself. being insecure when you're where you stand out and everything, and it's all play off the spiritual war and shit. You see what I'm saying? And you can't make excuses, Elijah, to continue with this. So, but I have to bring this out though to help other people that I feel like this is my lot. You know what I'm saying? Because I always come with the narrative. I get the short end of the stick every time in life in general and shit. And I'm not saying I'm picture perfect and I'm just a goody two shoe. No, I feel like I always get the short end of the stick when it comes to life in general. You see what I'm saying? I wasn't born like everybody else and shit, or as far as like I didn't have the privilege of everyone else around me, and that's okay. I'm not complaining about that's low vibrational within itself too, okay? And then my whole thing is like this, because Satan knows. Even the brother K. Camp brought this out. I believe somebody said that, I think it was like a Freemason. He said, the energy, like he said, sex, his energy, and he understood like it's the most powerful energy in the world. So he used that to his advantage, hypothetically speaking, okay? So, or against that's what Satan used it to his advantage against the people, especially the saints. So here's the thing: everybody knows that man wants attention. Okay, here's how I look at it, and it's from my position in life. I'm not saying every man's position in life. I look at it as you could be black, white, whatever. Okay, the most attractive man, and pause. I have to say this shit. The most good-looking man is gonna get the good-looking woman. Okay, now they're gonna say, now understand this, to be fair, all attractive people is not out here smashing and passing like that. That's another narrative that we have to stop too. Okay, I've heard they're lonely too, and it's not to make fun or pick fun. This is to understand, like, get over your damn self. But also in the black community, I think the black people, especially in the old generation, they use that colorism, to keep you in bondage. They use that, you's better than you better than them. They use all this shit, and then you get you get all these confusing problems. Like, hold on, like, all this shit comes from somewhere. You see what I'm saying? Making you feel like you less. Like, I've never really had like fine females really attractive. Like, they used to always, whatever. It's like, but I've had women being attracted. I'm talking about the top notch and everything, like the real spiritual, beautiful women, not just the fine, overtly sexual women. I'm not talking about that. I've had, like, even with those type of women, they play with your emotions and shit. They don't really fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they'll send you some titty pictures and shit like that, but they don't really fuck with you. Okay. And if you're not a whoremonger, if you're not a part of that crowd and everything, you're not getting no pussy. I'm sorry, but that's just simple. Okay. But even as a man thinking like that, that is a sin within itself as far as like this. Fuck the crowd. Fuck being a part of the people. You have to know how to withdraw and shit. Because if that's the only thing to bust nut, like, if my whole journey is just like, I finally bust a nut and what else? I look stupid. Like, what the fuck have I accomplished in this world? Because I'm going to die one day. And I'm not saying it's going to be tomorrow or next week. I'm saying I'm going to die one day. Everybody's going to die unless, the cut pass. If it's Yahweh by Shemel Shah will, I won't. But what is he gonna say on Judgment Day? Oh, you just sat in your room and did nothing, just jacked up the porn? Go to hell. That's what exactly he's gonna say, or he's gonna forgive me. But understand, you asking for forgiveness, but you're not doing nothing to proceed in your damn life, which is the easiest thing you accomplish. One of the easiest things. But like Jake, we can't start at level 1 without somebody distracting, without motherfuckers always having a bitch fit. My whole thing is like, God damn. You can't just start somewhere without it being okay. You see what I'm saying? Just start. Because black people like to nitpick and pick out your brain. What you doing? Ask questions. And I'm guilty of it too, as far as, because it's annoying. You know what I'm saying? Being annoying, basically. But yet and still, you have to, start from somewhere. So let's go to this article. Okay. It says, where did this idea come from? Semen retention might seem like a modern concept, but it's only because websites and forums have made it easier to discuss such things openly. In reality, it's an idea that's been around a long time and is actually part of some ancient practices. People give a variety of reasons for their interest in semen retention, including the belief that frequent ejaculation weakens you, which it kind of does. Is like keep it 100. It do. Okay, some say that semen retention improves fertility, sexual pleasure, or physical health. And guess what? I found that to be true too. Let me tell you why. Not because it makes sense. Sex is high vibrational. Just a touch from a woman, in when you get from a woman and that you give to a woman. Just a touch. That is all energy. So yes, sexual pleasure when you because even when I'm doing retention, I'm not planning on being all my life. Nobody plans that. You see what I'm saying? It's just for the better your mental health and your physical state, basically. But yeah, sexual pleasure, because it's gonna increase you. It's gonna make you feel good. That vagina, you know what I'm saying? That her vagina, not that vagina. That just sounds retarded. Your wife's vagina.